Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great stuff right there. Milos using the improvement.
It's foe. Arizona, Houston, great game from both sides. I actually just finished watching it. Um, Arizona made it look competitive, made it look close. And like I said, just a great game from both sides. So to start off the game, Arizona was having defensive miscommunications, and I was thinking to myself, it's going to be a long-ass game if Arizona is going to play like this. It's going to be very tough for Tommy Lloyd if Emmanuel Sharp is going unguarded. Like he hit 1 3 earlier, and then for his second three, he was unguarded. And it was an NBA three too. I'm like, you guys are just asking for a problem. But they ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting that together. Tommy Lloyd had called a timeout because Houston went on an 8-0 run. You know what I'm saying? How else better would you like to start the game? You know, you couldn't ask for a better start from Houston. So they went on an 8-0 run to start. And Malik Wilson, I think, and before I get into Malik Wilson, so Juan Roberts didn't even play. So the video that I made prior about my UNC and Duke ACC tournament game where I said I don't think that Arizona is going to be able to take those Houston bigs, I was referring to Juan Roberts. I couldn't think of his name, and Juan Roberts didn't even play this game. So, like, hilarious, but whatever. But to Malik Wilson is an X factor for this team. He's a guy that can come and get you easy 9-10 points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And is a good scoring option. I think Malik Wilson for Houston is who Carter Bryant is for Arizona. Like, in my opinion, Carter Bryant is the X factor for Arizona. Earlier in the year, no disrespect to Carter Bryant, but I didn't get the hype. Like, I was like, I don't understand, like, what is so special about this guy? But late, when he, you know, kind of got that freshman syndrome, the freshman shingles, he shook that a little bit. You started to see him come into his own and be the second best, probably the second best defender on the team. For sure the third, if not the second, because KJ is a defensive monster. So you started to see him become like a great defender on the team. His jumper started going down. He was a reliable shooter a lot of times. And even his creation, you know what I'm saying? Even the way that he could create his own shot and his post move. Like, I started to get the hype mid-season, you know what I'm saying? Later on during the season, but at first I didn't understand. But Malik Wilson, because I'll talk about Houston and I'll talk about Arizona. I like talking about the winner first and then, you know, whatever. Malik Wilson is a X factor for that team. He's a guy that, you know, you can go to when you need plays to be made. And LJ Cryer this game didn't really have an LJ Cryer game. LJ Cryer has been the best player on that team and has been going absolutely ridiculous when it comes to what he produces on the offensive side of the ball. But LJ Cryer didn't really do it today. Luckily, Uzan's a problem, bro. Uzan was out there going to work. And that's the thing with Houston that just makes them so amazing, is that from top to bottom, if a guy's not having a game, guess what? Another guy's going to have a game. Like, for example, we just talked about LJ. LJ's that guy. Okay, LJ's not having a game. That's cool. Uzan, go ahead. Uzan's not having a game, or if Juan was to play and LJ's not having a game, it's Juan's game. LJ not having a game and Juan not playing, okay, Uzan. Oh, you said Emmanuel Sharp wants to go and shoot the lights out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter for this Houston team. They have so many assets, so many weapons, so many role players that, you know, you can't do anything but tip your hat to the team and tip your hat to Kevin Sampson. So I can't fucking believe I said did I say Kevin Samuels last video? Guys, I'm so unserious. You are fully free to dislike that video strictly off the merit of that. And I don't even watch Kevin Samuels' video or none of that red pill shit. So for me to even say that, it's just like, whatever. Like I said, shout out to this Cougars team. Shout out to Kevin Sampson. Great win. Congrats on the Big 12 title. Great win, Houston. Enough of Houston. Now I'll move on to Arizona, and I'll end the video. With Arizona, Caleb Love. Guys, like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Because I can't explain it any better than how I explained it last video. You never know. You never know. Like, this is the most consistent that Caleb has shown up. Now, I don't know what's gotten into him, if this is just his last year, this is COVID year, his fifth year. I don't know how that shit works. If it's his last year and he's just playing super consistent, because over the course of the tournament, he's been consistent. Now, you know, it's Selection Sunday and then March Madness finna start up. It is what it is. I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, like, so he had 21 first round, 27, and I think he dropped another 27, if not a 30. That first half was fucking insane. Caleb was going to work. I'm like, dude. But that's the thing with Caleb. It's like, it's so hard. And I'm a huge Caleb Love fan. This is why when I speak of him, it just makes me laugh, because it's like, I want to believe, I want to put all my chips on the table for you. I want to believe in you. And I just can't. Like, as shitty as that sounds, it's just like, I don't know. Because like I said, he can go out there and he can damn near win you the game on his own. Like, when he's efficient, when he's feeling himself, there's nobody who can guard him, period. But when he's a confidence player, but when those shots don't fall, he looks like the worst player on the floor. Like, there's no middle ground with him. Like, you're not gonna get a mid, you know, contribution from him. He's either going to be the best player on the floor or the worst, period. And it's like, I can't feel comfortable, you know, putting my cards face up and saying, okay, I believe in this. But yeah, great performance from Caleb. He looked like he was feeling it. That was cool. KJ Lewis, how I described Seth Trimble in the UNC and Duke video that I just uploaded earlier today before the game, that's how KJ Lewis is. KJ Lewis, if you do not step in front of him, he will take it all the way. Off the rebound, it doesn't matter. So KJ, great performance from KJ. And Arizona started to find kind of an antidote for the tough shots that Houston would make. And it's just, hey, we're going to fucking run with them. You know, everybody always wants to say, oh, like, Houston has depth. Like, at the end of the day, like, if I'm a coach, which I'm not, but if I was a coach, I would just be like, well, my guys, I would keep my guys in such great condition. I don't give a fuck what team it is. We running with everybody because we're in better condition. We're in better shape. We're going to get easy buckets. We're going to get transition buckets. And that's just that. Because majority of people will tell you, oh, don't run with Houston. You don't want to get into a running match with Houston. And it's like, Nick, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm like, we're gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Because plenty of points come, whether that's high school, any level of basketball, high school, collegiate, professional, NBA, overseas, whatever, that overtime league I don't fucking watch. Like, it's always going to be points available on the floor. If you get it out the net, you look up, make that outlet. You get it out the rebound and you run. It's always, you're going to get some point. You damn near have to. And Arizona in that second half, that's how they started getting back into the game, was transition buckets. KJ would take it all the way, or they would grab a rebound and immediately go. And they started off with that, and a little bit in the first half, but it really wasn't as, you know, evident that Tommy Lloyd made that a point of importance in the first half than he did in the second half. Because in the first half, they ran a little bit, but in the second half, it was like a track meet. You know what I'm saying? For them to get back into the game. So, I mean, this game really just came to, you know, having to get stops. And I mean, I knew it would, because it's two great defensive teams. Say what you want about Arizona, but I think when they're locked in, they are a great defensive team. They'll have a lull every now and then, a moment of weakness, a moment of inconsistency, but for the most part, they are a good defensive team. And I don't even have to explain anything about Houston. They are insane defensively. So, I mean, it is what it is. Also, I want to say I was wrong about Henry Versar. Granted, like I said, Juan Roberts didn't play, But at the end of the day, like Henry Vasar still held his own, and you got to play who's in front of you. So I can't say, oh well, if Kevin Sampson was out there, I'm not going to give hypotheticals. I don't do what ifs. Henry Vasar held his own, and he was an important piece on the glass, getting put back dunks, getting first, second, and I said first chance. He's getting second and third chance opportunities on offense for his team. Same thing with Toby Awaka. But I was more confident in Toby than I was Henry. But anyway, I'm about to watch last game of the night, I believe, Duke and Louisville in the ACC tournament.